Hey guys, it's Ed again. Well, yep, I did it. It's a Volkswagen, it's a Golf, and it's a diesel. My old Dodge Dakota was getting a little tired, so it actually it blew exhaust manifold gasket, I thought, and when I got underneath it, it had rotted out the exhaust manifold. And it was actually, when I got in there looking at the manifold and the manifold gaskets and all that stuff, I noticed the head gasket was hanging out of it. And there was moisture all around the base of the head. Why it was running as good as it was is beyond me, but it definitely needs a head gasket. I have it up to the storage lot. It still runs. It'll start right up, fire. It doesn't really smoke. It blue smokes a little, but it doesn't white smoke, so it's not burning water. But so this is my daily driver now, and as you can see, I got her up on the lift. It's really nice shape underneath. Really no rust to speak of. Do have a little moisture here, so that's motor oil. But I think that's where the drain plug is, so it probably leaked when he changed the oil. It's got 93,000 miles on it, so you know it is a diesel. So she should be good for another 100,000 at least. I give $8 grand for it. So, but my new job has me driving quite a bit, even though I can take a company car. Sometimes it's nice just to have your own vehicle and be able to not worry about the company car. So, but as you guys know, I am a bit of a collector, hoarder, whatever you want to call it, and I needed a hitch. So this is a 2,000 pound, 200 pound tongue weight draw tight hitch. Got it from E-Trailer. I've bought stuff from them before. It's always been good. So we're going to put said hitch on little Farfignugan. So and then we're going to try to figure out exactly what kind of ball mount we're going to need to get up so I can get the trailer on it. And yes, I do have a little trailer. Actually, a buddy of mine has the trailer. I built the trailer many years ago, and he's had it sitting in his backyard, so we're going to refurbish that trailer, bring it back to life again, and then hook her on the back of this little car. So stay tuned. Okay guys, I got you kind of rigged up in there. I'm gonna try to, these are the mounts. We have this bolt here and we have that hole over there. You see that slotted hole right here? Those are your mounting points. So pretty self-explanatory. I have the hardware here. I have the bolt and this kind of washer type square stock piece. We put the bolt on in there. We put this little piece of wire up over the top. We screw that on. There we go. We drop this on the camera. And then we got to go fishing only in reverse. So we got to get the bolt up in, maybe. Now, I'm going to tell you, I cheated. I did this on the other side and it fell right in. So, you know this isn't going to be easy. That's kind of funny. I mean, it literally fell in on the other side. Huh. Well, I know how to fix that. We'll just touch that on the grinder a little bit and then that'll work. I'll be right back. Okay guys, now I really flattened her out. You guys see that? Actually, I wasn't as flat as I probably should have been to the square cut. So there we go. That's how it goes in there. Now, let's get this. I got to fish this in here too. So this bolt, you just got to kind of jam the bolt up out of the way. You got to get this piece of metal up in there, and that's it. You touch the thing. You guys see that? So that's how that works. We got some wiggle room here, so if you got to get it where you need it. I think I lost you on my camera, didn't I? Did I bump you? Yeah, I don't think you can see that. Maybe you can. Yeah, you can see it. So yeah, there you go. It's in. Let's get this bolt out over here, and we'll get the wire off it. Like I said, I already did the other side. I didn't have to grind it. So that's how you get it off the easy way. Pull it off. Okay guys, we're back. We got the impact, so we're going to give her a try. 18 millimeter. That took that out of there. Look at that thing, how long that frickin' thing is. I don't know if I should take out both sides or if the rear end will fall out of it. What do you think? Take them both out, see what happens. I'll be right back. I'm going to get this one out. I'm not moving it because it's a pain in the butt. Okay. Okay guys, hi. We're going in. It's not real heavy, but it's not real light. So, I'm not sure which way. Maybe it'd be easier to do the bolts instead of the nuts. Actually, I think the nuts will be easier. You gotta go fast. Okay, we got one nut started. Now, let's get over here. Come on. Oh, this is a pain in the ass. Because the bolt wants to push up. So I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I think you know what I'm feeling. Anybody wants to hang on to this, I'd appreciate it. Grab onto it, hold it up there for me. Oh, I got her started. That was the hardest part. Ah, that was hard on the arm. Let's see if I can get this bolt started up in here. That's where that goes. I guess we would. Okay, let's send it up in there a little bit. I think that other nut is a different size. Well, we can put this one on. Not going crazy. Just kind of running it up in there. Okay, actually that's got quite a bit of clearance there. So let's get the other bolt tightened up. I know it's not the same size, I doubt. It would be nice if it was. No, I think it's 3/4. I think it's 3/4. So, notice my sweatshirt today? Feeling very pumpkin-esque. If you look like a pumpkin, you should dress like a pumpkin. Okay, we're going to go with the 3/8 drive. Okay. Yeah. So, we snugged it up with my fancy Craftsman, my Harbor Freight extended bowl. I just got this one. I liked the 1/2 inch drive one, so they had a 3/8 one with a 1/4 inch on that side. So, I didn't break it off yet, so it must not be too bad. So, let's put the impact back on there and drive those in a little tighter. And, or actually, maybe I'll use the ratchet. I don't know. I'll use something. Hey guys, it's Ed again. Well, we're in the back of this 2012 Volkswagen Golf. And we're going to try to finish up this trailer hitch installation. As you can see, I've got the hitch and the ball mount installed. But this is going to be a real pain in the butt because, of course, this has the tail light and the signal light, and the brake light is on this bulb, and this car has another bulb up here for the tail light. So it's going to require, I think, extra wire, because it only gives us, in this kit, this is an e-trailer kit, part number is 119. They have another kit for like $173, which doesn't require you to plug into anything. That's probably the kit I should have bought, but this one was like $96, and which was still kind of crazy for a freaking wiring kit, I thought. Thought it had the part number here on it somewhere. But approximate install time 45 minutes. Well, in a car that it actually goes to, it says that this will work, and it will, but we're going to have to tear everything apart to try to fish another wire, or find, maybe we can find this wire right in here. I assume this is where the wires go in. Actually, it looks like they got a wire for both sides. See, they got that there and that there, but then you also got the heat wires for the tail, for the windshield, you know, the defroster. So, I don't know. Just looking in here. I don't know. It's going to be fun. I like the light shining in there. That helps. But so we'll have to try to find the tail light wire. Maybe we can find it down here. Knowing this Volkswagen, it's probably got a wire each side going to each one. I don't know why, but instead of just breaking it off and feeding it one way. Yeah, just looking to see if there's anything over here. I've already probed this wire. I don't know if you can see the black one. It's the one on the right with the white tracer. That is the signal light. I don't know which one the brake light is. I assume it's on a separate circuit. So we can tap into that one and at least pull that. And we can pull the one on the other side. I believe the way it looks here. Yeah, they're only showing one wire. They show the brown wire going to the tail light. So maybe if I can find the tail light wire, and they got the red wire going to the stop light. I assume the stop light, I haven't stepped on the brake pedal yet, is going to be on the on this outside unit here. So I'll have to put a stick on the brake pedal or something to figure that out. And then we'll go from there, see which one that one is. But yeah, the tail light's going to be a son of a gun. Not sure how we're going to do that one yet. I got to find it and then tap onto it. So I bet it has two wires going to it just to make it more challenging, and God only knows where they go. So I'll be back. Okay guys, I've hooked up the left-hand signal light using the included splice kit. Hopefully that works because it's a tiny little wire. This other all black, oh it's black with a red tracer, excuse me, is your brake light. So all we got to do is tap into that with the looks like the red wire. So this red wire, which has something written on it, see instructions for proper connection. 2-wire system, yeah, 3-wire system. Of course this is a 3-wire system. So it's actually like a 4-wire system because we still have to bring that tail light down from someplace. I'm not even sure where the tail light. Left turn brake, brown wire. So this brown wire right here has got to get connected to somewhere somehow. All we need is one side signal, really. So I don't have to go to both sides because this signal is going to get transferred out to the trailer anyway. So I just have to find, probably on this side, we'll go hunting. I have no idea even where to hunt to. Too bad I couldn't feel a wire in there. Nothing. But anyway, we'll figure it out somehow. And then we still have to run the hot wire all the way up to the battery. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to hook up the ground. I've hooked up the red light to the brake light. I've hooked up the yellow white wire, or the red wire to the brake light, the yellow wire to the signal light. I have no idea what the brown is, probably a ground. And then what we got to do is in here, we just got to find a convenient spot to take and put the self-tapping screw in this white ground. So I also have a little tube of dielectric grease, so we'll put a little gob of that on there. What we'll do first probably is get it started. Let's get a hole started. See if we can get this to maybe put a little dab on it. I'm not sure how I want to do this. I'm going to do it somehow, right? We'll put a little bit on the back side. That'll keep it from corroding there. We'll put a little bit on the screw. A Little dab will do us, right? So we put a little dielectric grease on there. And then, with our 7 hands, we need to do this. We'll find a convenient spot where I can get the drill. I know you guys probably can't see what I'm doing. Ugh. I did launch the screw in my face though. That was fun. Okay, so I'll bring you in. I don't know if you guys can see that. See what I've done? This little self-tapping screw comes in the kit. Jam it in there. I'm not sure where we're going to stick this box. Might be a spot down in there, down below that white wire, for a little, because it comes with a, here's the box, and yeah, and then I could attach it with a screw, I suppose. It's got a little hole in it, but it comes with a chunk of double stick foam tape. We'll try that out. Okay guys, we had to do some reading here, but it says, I know you guys probably can't read this, but it says for what's going on, that brown wire that would need to go to the tail light, maybe it's laying here somewhere, right here, brown wire, that you'd think would go into that middle brown wire, but it does not. This system here seems to be, where the hell did it say it? Right here. Okay, it says the BT, brake/tail multiplexed wiring system. The vehicle's brake and tail functions are combined on one wire, and the turn functions are on a separate wire, which is what it is. Yellow to the vehicle left turn wire, which we did. Yellow's going into that one with the black with the, would I have a white tracer? And then the vehicle brake was a black with a red tracer. That's on the opposite side. And then it says green wire over here, which I've already tucked back in. You can kind of see the green wire. I'm going to have to tuck it in a little better, but that goes over there, and that's already clamped on. And then yellow wire, green wire to the right, turn wire, and green to vehicle right wire, and red to vehicle brake/tail wire. And that is hot. So that black with a red tracer seems to be the color, and tail wire brown is not used. So this one here is the brake light, one with the red wire stuck on it, black with a red tracer, the red wire hooked up, and the brown wire doesn't get used. It said somewhere here that you can just, over here it says, unused input wires may be secured with spade terminal and attached to ground. So I guess I just take this, comes with this terminal here, and we'll back that screw out where the white wire goes on. We'll crimp that on there and call it good. Hey, what do you think? And then all we gotta do is run the wire, hot wire. That'll be a pain in the ass. Okay, the junky connector they gave me broke off, so I put a different connector on there, that blue one. That's clamped to the brown wire, which is then into the screw with the ground with the dielectric grease. The red wire is clamped onto the black wire with the red tracer. The yellow wire is clipped onto the black wire with the white tracer. Brown wire is left alone. Now all we have to do is see this black wire hanging here. This has to get a black wire all the way from the battery. And the way I think we're going to do it, I looked online, I see them do it with a Jetta, is they they find a hole in the body here somewhere and they fish it up through there. So one of these plugs might go all the way through. There's a divider there, I don't know. We'll have to see. We may have to come up here. I saw them use this grommet here. They cut a hole in that, shoved the wire through there one time. We got a rubber one over here. That might be even better. Let's see, can we reach that with anything? There's still a tin shield in there of some sort, I can feel. Well, let's put her up in the air, and then we'll start fishing it from this end towards the front of the car. Try to find a safe place to put it. Okay guys, this is the power kit. It's basically a roll of wire with a fuse in it. So it's heavy, decent gauge wire. So we're going to use that to try to fish up under the car, and we got it up on the lift. We're going to try to find a place, leave enough scrap extension down here. You see that kind of textured aluminum up there? That's what I keep running into. There does seem to be a gap right there. So behind the muffler, you want to stay on that side of the muffler, I would assume. So maybe somehow we can fish it up through there, because we don't want it to melt. That would be bad. I think I saw them on the other one. They took on the Jetta. You see there's that plastic thing down there? It's like a plastic skid plate or something. They run it up under that, up and around the fuel tank. And I don't know. I think we'll figure out as we go along. Okay guys, well, we've got our handy dandy piece of coat hanger here, and what we're going to try to do is fish this up underneath this, and hopefully it comes out someplace. Oh, look, I almost see it. Someplace good where we can actually use it. Okay, cool. We can deal with that. So I'll show you where we got it. Okay. Coat hanger is right there. See? Wire is right here. I got it kind of just stuck up in there. I got some slack. I got it up underneath this plastic thing, and it runs right along the brake. You can see there's two brake lines there, and there looks like a third brake line. Well, that's that black wire. And I got it. And what I'll do is I'll just tie off to those. I figure if it's safe enough for the brake lines, it's got to be pretty safe for the and this is where I leave the brake line. I kind of follow it along until I get to there, and then we just run a hook it on that wire with some electrical tape, and we snag it right through. Right. Okay guys, I have fished this wire up through the underneath the car, up underneath the plastic shrouds underneath. I fished it up and around the aluminum to try to keep the heat off it. So I think I got her as pretty good as we're going to get. It says that you need to attach it to the battery. So I'm assuming we're going to put it right on. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. There's like a little stud right here. Looks like a 10mm, kind of a crazy contraption on here. But we'll hook the wire on it, and actually we got to put the fuse protector in it too. So let's figure that out of this kit here. We have the fuse protector. I won't put the fuse in. This needs to get cut. We'll see if we can dump all this crap down inside here. You know I can. So let's just kind of whack this in half. I'm just using my vice grips in my pocket. So about 50-50. See if I can find my wire strippers. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? You guys know how it is when you can't find anything, right? So we're just going to go old school on it. And we'll cut them with my lineman pliers. So just like that. Works for me. And then strip back a little bit of this one. Get rid of that. One end gets the butt connector. Just gonna strip this back a little bit. I know this crap is all gonna fall out, so we might as well take it out. It has several different sizes of connectors, you know. I think the little one will do what we need to do. We have a butt connector. I'm not a big fan of butt connectors, but I'm going to shorten this one up a little bit. Sometimes that helps. Yeah, see, that's why I don't like butt connectors, because they don't work. Let's try. And then if you squeeze them too hard with the pincers, you cut it in half. Try that. Try that. Well, reasonably better. Not superb. Then I'll probably pay for that in the long run, you know. With this thing not. I'm going to wrap electrical tape around these too, because that's about as watertight as nothing. So, not putting the fuse in it yet until we get her all figured out back there. We'll hook that onto there. We're going to need a 10mm something. Try this. We get on there with it. Sort of. I don't know if you can see any of this. I guess you guys sort of can. It's dark in here. I didn't bring the trouble light back. So. Oh, it's like locked, so you can't even get it off. Huh. That's interesting. It's like bunged up on the end, so you can't back it off all the way. So how the hell are you going to put it on there? I don't really want to disconnect it because then I'll lose all my presets. I'm backing it off all the way. Hopefully it comes out. I don't know. Don't feel good. I'll try. Getting pretty tight. Probably. Okay, 6 days later, not really. I have tightened this up on here. I have electrical tape that just to keep any water and crap out of it. And now what we're going to do is I got the fuse here in my hand. We'll put that in after we get everything buttoned and tied up, zip tied and all that good stuff. I just want to make sure that there's enough spare space there so we can get to it. So we'll bring you back up once the car gets up and we'll button this thing up. Okay, one last view of the underside. You can see I got it zip tied up there to the brake lines. It then sneaks down underneath this plastic thingamadoody and comes up, goes up through there, but you can't see it because I got it tucked in behind the aluminum. So I think we did a pretty good job. Actually, right there it is. I don't know if you can see it, but she's sneaking in right there. I think it's pretty much out of sight. I'm going to let this thing back down and take some of the slack, pull it up through, make the last connection, and maybe we'll have some lights. Okay, so this is what all that work was for. This is how you turn your Volkswagen, your little tiny car, into a truck. So it worked. I just ran down to my buddy's house and picked this trailer up. I actually built this trailer 18, maybe, actually he's had it 18 years, and I figured he got rid of it. But then again, my buddy never gets rid of anything. It was sitting out back in the weeds, as you can tell, with the green growing on it. But he put the mesh in it, which that worked out pretty well. All the leaves have blown out of it now because we've come about 45 miles with it. And the lights worked good. I just put my tow bar lights on just because it's the one light is on it and then the other one is broke off, so I gotta fix that. I have one for it. This is kind of wiggling around. You can see the weld is broke down there. It's all bed rail, as you can tell. It still has the pieces on it. So I didn't have a long enough piece here, so I must have stretched it, make it work. The welds are pretty gross. I used the MIG welder on these, believe it or not, but back when I built this, I didn't have a garage. Well, that weld is cracked right through, isn't it? And I worked out of a garage that didn't have electricity. So to weld anything, I used to have to use my generator, and it didn't quite have enough power to do what needed to be done. So the welds are pretty poor. And then I might have even used a stick or flux core welder. I think I had my good welder though. I think I did, but I don't know. They look pretty scary. But it's all made out of 5-inch, 4-inch, 5-inch galvanized, so it doesn't rust, and so it's still in great shape. And it sets pretty much, I guessed on this, but you guys can see that it's pretty much dead level with the back of the car. The car does drop down a little bit. If I stand on it, I'm 260 pounds, I can drop it a couple inches. But still, it's got about 6 inches under the receiver there. And so even if I freighted it, I don't think I could, you know, get it on the ground. I'd really have to load it heavy. Trailer's only 7 feet long, so it's not quite 8 feet, but that would be plenty enough to put a snowmobile on, or lawn tractor, or three-wheeler, or dirt bike, or whatever else I come across. So yeah, I just snuck the wires. I didn't get real fancy. I just put them through the bottom here, so they it's all wadded up in here. You can see. So, but they worked good. So it does make a lot of noise, but you can see the whole hitch here, I think, needs to be tightened up a little bit, and then it would draw up on it a little tighter, and then I don't think it would be quite as loud. If I draw up on it with just my finger, it makes it better. So, but it didn't fall off. So anyway, that is why you put a trailer hitch on a Golf. So thanks for watching and subscribing and commenting, and we'll talk to you later.